the student with free tuition next semester.
Later, we'll look into how Wednesday's storm affected the Starkville community and how residents stayed safe.
We will also take the stage with Key Glock by getting a closer look into Thursday's concert.
Your Take 30 News starts right now. Welcome to Take 30 News. My name is Adam Deeb.
And I'm Garner Montgomery.
We all dream of winning the lottery someday, but did you know MSU has its own version? The student organization Alumni Delegates hosts a tuition raffle each year where one lucky student gets a semester of tuition paid for with no strings attached. Alumni Delegate President Sophie Jones says entering is simple and gives a sneak peek at how the winner is announced.
A student or a parent can enter into this raffle by going into the link in the Alumni Association Instagram bio. We get to celebrate the student that wins the tuition raffle by running into their classroom, celebrating with cowbells and just running around, and seeing the look on their faces when their name is called and get that big check with their name on it is an incredible feeling.
All currently enrolled students are eligible to enter the drawing, and today is the last day to add your name into the drawing pool. The winning ticket will be drawn on April 7th, but won't be publicly announced until April 11th.
Winning the raffle could mean more money to spend elsewhere, such as Starkville's newest restaurant.
Restaurant opened on Thursday. Regional Director David Perkerson said he is happy to be in Starkville.
Starkville is a fantastic place. This is our fourth one we've opened in Mississippi, and they've all done extremely well.
Perkerson said it is their strategy moving forward to appeal to the smaller markets and not just big cities anymore.
Traditionally, we've been just building around some of the major cities and kind of staying away from the outside cities.
There was a line forming very early this morning before Chipotle opened at 10:45 a.m. The first 50 customers received a t-shirt.
I got here at 8 a.m. this morning, yes. It was a very long line. There's over 100 people in line, and I was the first person.
Edwards is a longtime fan of Chipotle and was happy about the opening.
I'm from here, but I moved to Ohio when I was 3, and that was like my favorite restaurant since I was like 3 years old. So to have it come to Starkville was like a really big deal for me.
Edwards says Tuscaloosa was the closest Chipotle until one opened in Tupelo last October. Now some Starkville residents are able to try Chipotle for the first time.
I got the burrito and I got like lettuce and the chicken with it. It's really good. It was a very big burrito. It was my first time having Chipotle.
Taco, burritos, and bowls are what you can expect from Chipotle. This is Myracle Evans with the Take 30 News.
Chipotle is located on Highway 12 across the street from Wendy's and closes at 10 p.m. daily. It's time now for a first look at the weather. For that, we turn things over to our meteorologist, Jacob Howard, for a first look.
Yeah, so we saw really nice day today with clouds passing through right now. Turned out to be a great weekend. Up on the break, I'll have more details on this weekend and also another chance at some severe weather next week.
Prepare to take a world tour as MSU hosts its annual International Fiesta this weekend.
A melting pot of students that come from various backgrounds, and what better way to celebrate than a festival to celebrate the diversity? On April 2nd, 2022, Mississippi State University's Home Cultural Diversity Center will be holding their annual International Fiesta, a festival dedicated to showing off various cultures and their traditions. There will be a flag parade and several booths to display food, clothing, and entertainment of various nationalities. Considering that MSU has students from multiple nationalities and ethnicities, this is a fantastic way to not only show off various cultures of the world, but educate people also on various traditions. In fact, I picked up an Oni mask because I have a fascination with Japanese culture and I would like to learn a lot more about it.
I think it's very important to learn about other cultures, and having a day to display all of them together can really bring awareness, especially since all of it's in one place.
Well, a lot of the stuff that they don't get to learn in school, or stuff that maybe they haven't covered in school, because you get to hear directly from someone who's actually from that culture, so I think that would be kind of cool as well. And they get to talk to people who are from that culture.
The International Fiesta will last from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the drill field. Students, families, and citizens are all free to attend the celebration.
For more information, check the page on the MSU website.
As the American political spectrum becomes more and more divided, a unique event took place to show how it's important to hear other perspectives on every issue. Last night, the Mississippi State Speech and Debate Council hosted the 6th Annual State Debates, an event that allows members of different political organizations on campus to state their case through the art of debate.
So tonight we're featuring the College Republicans, the College Democrats, and the Bulldog Leftist Union. They'll be debating hot-button political issues that we should all care about.
The debaters got up on this stage to discuss hot-button issues such as the war in Ukraine, healthcare, and LGBTQ rights issues.
And it was really interesting as an audience member to hear some areas where, the parties might agree, like how to respond to the war in Ukraine and maintain world peace, but then also some areas where they differ about factors that have influenced the present inflation that we see in the United States.
Not only was the event an opportunity for the audience to learn new perspectives, but to gain an insight on the different political organizations on campus.
I'm really excited to get to share our position and our message with students on campus here. We've got a good group of people who believe more left-wing things than maybe college Democrats tend to offer, but it's still not a very popular position, or at least a very common one in the U.S.
Some of the debaters were veterans with years of practice, while others took the stage to argue their opinions for the very first time. But no matter the difference of opinion, everyone can agree that the art of debate is an important skill to learn.
Debate as an art form is so important for all of us because it's not just arguing, it's being persuasive, it's rationalizing your position to someone who may not know anything about the subject you're talking about or may vehemently agree with you. And so the art of debate is something that we should all learn, it's something we should all care about, and it's something that would make our democracy and our country better if we did a little bit more of.
I'm Garner Montgomery, and you're watching Take 30 News. For more information on the political organizations featured in the story or info on the Speech and Debate Council, you can find them on Cowbell Connect. Stay tuned because we're going to take a look at the concert that took MSU by storm on Thursday. Don't go away.
What if you could be part of one of the top engineering schools in the nation without ever leaving the coast? Well, now you can. Mississippi State's collaboration with Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College allows you to earn core credits while pursuing a 4-year degree in mechanical or electrical engineering, all in the same location. And with classes taught by MSU professors, the world-renowned education you couldn't find anywhere else is now in your own backyard. To learn more about this great opportunity, visit us online.
Welcome back to your Take 30 newscast. Students flocked to the Mississippi Horse Park to hear a popular Memphis rapper. Take 30's Alan Pegues captured the sights and sounds.
State's Music Maker production hosted American rapper and songwriter Key Glock for a March 31st concert at the Starkville University Horse Park. From Memphis, Tennessee, chart-topping artist Key Glock originally found fame with his 2017 mixtape, Glock Season. He signed to the late Young Dolph's label, Paper Route Empire. Glock has experienced one of the steadiest climb in the rap industry over the past few years. Glock released Yellow Tape in 2020, which peaked at number 16 on the Billboard 200. I got a chance to speak with MSU student Calandra Ferguson on her experience at the concert and opinion on the artists who came.
The concert was a super great experience. Like, having everyone around was super great to see. The energy was great. Everybody was having a good time. Maybe like one of the bad things was how everybody was pushing up against each other, trying to get to them and stuff, and maybe how antsy they were, but when we were waiting. But besides that, it was a great time, and I enjoyed being there.
Tickets went on sale February 4th, with MSU students only $15 and the general public $20. Tickets sold out 3 days before the concert. I had a chance to speak with one of Mississippi State's music makers for the event, student director Gabrielle Bowman. speaking on what it took to get such a huge artist and the challenges between picking other artists.
Always looking at Spotify's, we're always in the drill field and in the union asking people, you know, hey, what's on your playlist? Definitely always try to have a wide range of acts, whether it be from country, rap, rock, indie. You know, we kind of looked down our path and, you know, we were like, what haven't we done in a while? So rap and R&B, we hadn't done that in quite a while, so we tried to definitely bring that back for students this semester.
To keep up with current events happening at Mississippi State's campus, visit their website at www.msuconcerts.org. I'm Alan Pegues with Take 30 News.
His Yellow Tape tour April 4th with his first performance in Atlanta, Georgia at the Buckhead Theater.
Students needing help with finding jobs after graduation, look no further. Our Vez Dilworth attended the career fair and has all the details.
Should come to the career fair interview ready, says Madeline Johnson.
Whenever you come to the career fair, make sure you bring several copies of your resume. They usually ask, so I've been handing out several of my resumes and it looks really good if you have that. And dress very professionally and have an open mind to anybody.
All students who are looking to teach after graduation should come to the career fair to look at possibly any schools that they would think about going to. Career advisor Daniel Morgan tells us what he does to help senior students.
For today, this is our education career fair. And I'm the one that coordinates everything, recruits all the school districts to come in and participate, works with all the student teachers and any student that's interested in teaching or administration within the school district, just to kind of get them prepared for this event, get their resumes ready to go, work on interview skills with them, and just so that way they can come to the event and really represent themselves with all the school districts that participate as much as possible.
All students should start looking into a career as early as possible. I'm Vez Dilworth with Take 30 News.
If any student is looking for more information, you can go and visit the Career Center located in Montgomery Hall.
It matters how you spend your money. Our Madison Haley has tips on saving money by eating more meals at home.
It's easy to run through the drive-thru, but it's not always the best financial decision. MSU Financial Literacy Coordinator Mallory Smith shares some tips. According to B&G pointofsale.com, the average markup of restaurant food can be anywhere between 200 and 300%. While it may seem cheaper to spend $8 to $12 on a meal versus $100 on groceries, once you do the numbers, it is significantly cheaper to make meals at home. This is also true for those who have food restrictions or are following certain diets. It costs about 3 times less to buy groceries at your local grocery store and make meals at home versus getting takeout or sitting down at a restaurant to eat. Now more than ever, it's important to find ways to save money, and an essential like food is a great place to start. Maroon Money mentor Valencia Epps would tell her students,
so just plan ahead, spend your money smart, budget, and maybe try and get a lot of discounts and coupons.
but it is okay to treat yourself every now and then. This has been Madison Haley with Take 30 News.
If you would like some money mentoring of your own, you can schedule an appointment at the link below. We now turn it over to our very own Mary Alex Anders for more on the severe weather we had this past Wednesday.
We all know Mississippi can experience some crazy weather. This week, the weather was not only crazy, but a little scarier than normal. These are the sounds of the calm before the storm in Starkville on Wednesday. With slight winds and lukewarm temperatures outside, you might have thought nothing of it. Until around 6 o'clock p.m. that night, when a weather alert was issued to cell phones and televisions around Starkville, suggesting people in the area to take cover because of a tornado and severe thunderstorm warning.
I was just in my dorm, and I just kind of went to the dorm bathroom and hid there for a little bit. Just gives me some breathing room, and it's a safe spot too.
I'm here at Haven 12 Apartments a few days after the storm, of course. It's sunny now, but during the storm, most residents were in the hallways for their own safety. Others were outside just to check out the storm. At around 6:45 p.m., the sky was covered with a dark blanket of storm clouds, but with light rain activity. However, at around 6:50, the bottom fell out, and winds became stronger. The tornado sirens and warnings ended around 7 p.m., but the rain, thunder, and lightning carried on the majority of the night. As of right now, the only reported damage I have received is that there was one tree down on Highway 12, 2 mobile homes damaged on Highway 25, and a power line down in Oxford County.
Up next, we'll make sure you're weather aware for another Bulldog weekend.
So, Jacob, what can we expect in terms of weather this upcoming week?
Yeah, Wednesday was a very tough day here in Mississippi with tornadoes and thunderstorms. But coming up after the break, I'll have more details on this weekend and our next chance for severe weather.
Performance at the highest level is the objective of every athlete. But what can athletes accomplish if they understood and responded to everything their bodies are telling them? Mississippi State University's Athlete Engineering program is designing and deploying groundbreaking advanced wearable technology that creatively collects millions of data points for researchers to analyze, predict performance, and improve body mechanics. Researchers in engineering, kinesiology, sociology, textiles, and more disciplines are working together to test and design new technology that leads to winning results. In addition to helping athletes reach their highest potential, this collaborative program is reducing injuries and protecting the health of competitors now and far into the future. Mississippi State University. Farming can be a tough way to make a living. Weather, pricing pressures, and unpredictable swings in demand can take a toll, not only on farmers' finances, but on their mental health, as well as that of family members and farm workers. That's why Mississippi State University is spearheading a program to train extension agents to detect the signs of depression, substance abuse, and other stress-related challenges. Everyone has a bad day, of course, but this holistic view of a farmer's circumstances enables MSU representatives to recognize the difference between routine struggles and deeper, more serious issues. It may be a tough conversation, but the sooner it gets started, the sooner farmers can get help to better manage stress and continue the important work of growing the products our world needs. Caring for farms and farmers. Mississippi State University.
Today has been a great day. Currently we have some stray showers, clouds or two passing through, but today it's really nice. Right now our campus cam 64, feels like about 62 degrees, and then our winds about 3 miles per hour. Today's highs, we can really see everyone reaching those mid-60s with Starkville 64, Tupelo 62, making our highest at 66. Now for tonight, we do drop down to the low 40s, 41 actually. Chilly and a stray cloud is not out of the area as well. Then calm winds tonight too. Now for this weekend, we can really see for Daisy's Fetchcast, we are warming up. Saturday 71, Sunday 72, and then Monday 78 degrees as our high. Now, other than having a great weekend, we have pollen. If you have a tree or weed allergy, I hate to tell you this, but it is on the high end, so make sure you take those allergy medicines before you go out and enjoy this weekend. Now, our future cast for this weekend, we can say we have a weak cold front passing through Saturday, bringing us clouds in the early part of Saturday, but clearing out. And then our next system starts to form off to our west, and this is where we're going to see our next chance of severe weather. We can see most of the area, my bad, is near Mississippi, but that is good. So what to expect? Nice weekend, but there is going to be a chance that pollen's on the high end and the chance of storms as well. Now for the 7-day, we can see it's pretty nice out there this weekend, very pleasant. And then for Tuesday, we see showers coming back into the forecast, and then the second part of next week clearing out with our lows in the mid-50s and upper 60s.
Coming up next, Ty Lancaster has the latest in sports from this week.
Meeting the challenges of a changing world.
It's a responsibility we take seriously at Mississippi State University. Today, our outstanding faculty are on the job with a passion that places them among the best in the business. We're launching new classroom models, investing in world-changing research, and providing a college experience that's second to none. Though things may look different, our sights have never been higher.
To be or not to be? That is the question that echoes the walls of the theater department at Mississippi State University. Nurturing the voice and movement of a new generation of dynamic storytellers. An inclusive program welcoming all to a broad course of study in directing, stagecraft, playwriting, and acting. Discover your passion in performance and production with MSU Theater.
Print. It opens the doors to the world of communication. It's where a student can be anything. It teaches teamwork, diligence, loyalty, and responsibility. At Mississippi State, we are dedicated to further the field of journalism. We make sure to tell the story no matter how challenging. We incorporate all aspects to help you grow as a student and as a person. So, what are you waiting for?
Coming off of the Bulldogs' win over the Alabama Crimson Tide in its opening SEC series, Mississippi State headed up north on Wednesday to play the Memphis Tigers. The bats were cold for the Bulldogs starting out, and they went through 3 pitchers in the first 5 innings. Memphis led 4-0 at the end of the 5th. Things changed quickly, though, after head coach Chris Lemonis was ejected after arguing a call at the plate. The ejection seemed to be just what the Bulldogs needed to spark a comeback, and they turned the tide in an explosive 6th inning. Cameron James got the scoring started with a 2-run home run to cut the deficit to 2 runs. Shortly after, Logan Tanner joins the party and hits a solo bomb to keep the momentum going. And Mississippi State comes out of the 6th with a 6-4 lead. The Tigers didn't have the legs to fight back against the reinvigorated Dogs and didn't score again for the rest of the game. Mississippi State left AutoZone Park with a 10-4 win, and Mississippi State will travel to Fayetteville tonight to face the 2nd-ranked Arkansas Razorbacks. Mississippi State lost an impactful member of its family earlier this week in 70-year-old Robert Bell. Bell enrolled at Mississippi State in 1969, and alongside the late Frank Dowsing Jr. was one of the first 2 African-American student athletes to play football for the Bulldogs. He was known for his work ethic and was a leader on the defensive line. He helped push the Bulldogs to their first winning season in 7 years. MSU President Mark Keenum made some remarks on the passing of Bell and had this to say: Robert played a pivotal role in bringing change to our state and our university through his courage, character, and zeal to compete. Bell earned 3 letters for the Bulldogs during his time at MSU and graduated in 1973 with a degree in business administration. Robert Bell was a Bulldog through and through, and his legacy will live on as MSU students and staff follow in his footsteps of leadership and integrity. Back to you guys.
Up next, after the break, we'll look into how students relieve stress with sips and strokes.
As concern grows over the declining health of the world's oceans, veterinary students at Mississippi State are learning how to rescue and rehabilitate vulnerable marine animals. Through a unique partnership between the College of Veterinary Medicine and the Institute of Marine Mammal Studies in Gulfport, Mississippi, students are experiencing the chance of a lifetime. Real-time research of this fragile ecosystem prepares students for a future in providing care for sick and stranded dolphins, turtles, sea lions, and other marine species. At the same time, MSU's advanced diagnostic technology is helping innovate for solutions while improving treatment and outcomes. Not only are the waters of the Gulf Coast opening new worlds of discovery for Mississippi State veterinary students, they are much safer now, thanks to this game-changing partnership that's improving life for literally hundreds of aquatic animals.
After being delayed because of a coronavirus wave, the 64th Grammy Awards will take place this Sunday. For the first time in Grammy history, the award show will be in Las Vegas. This year, jazz artist and Late Show with Stephen Colbert bandleader John Batiste leads the nominations with 11, including Album and Record of the Year. But it's newcomer Olivia Rodrigo who is expected to win big, with 7 nominations. This year's award show doesn't come without a little drama. Rapper Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, has been barred from performing, but with 5 Grammy nods, he can still attend the show. And rock group Foo Fighters is nominated for 3 Grammys and was scheduled to perform, but canceled all of their upcoming tour dates due to the untimely death of drummer Taylor Hawkins. Trevor Noah is back as the host, and you can watch the Grammy Awards Sunday on CBS and live streamed on Paramount+. Now back to our campus news. Residence Hall Association partnered with Flair to help students relax by drinking mocktails and painting.
You've heard of R&B and paint, but have you heard of sip and paint? Residence Hall Association and Flair wanted students to relax and leave their stress behind now that midterms are over with mocktails and Bob Ross on the big screen.
The big thing that we like to focus on is peer pressure. A lot of people think they need to go out and drink to have fun and participate in those kind of activities, but I think a big thing that RHA likes to do is just show students that you don't necessarily need to behave that way or partake in all those things. You can still have a good time and still get the same college experience.
RHA wanted to work with us to help celebrate Pride. Starkville Pride is in late April and we celebrate in late March because that's the normal schedule and it works better for our planning.
Painting can be therapeutic to some, but if this isn't your thing, don't worry. Gara says there are other activities you can do and other organizations you can also join here at Mississippi State or in your own community.
I think the biggest thing I will always say is to get involved. That was one of the first things I did when I came on campus was get involved in organizations. That's how you meet most of your friends. So definitely if there's something you're passionate about or even want to step outside of your comfort zone, anything like that, you should find a group that you think you will enjoy and try it out.
For Take 30 News, I'm Yamy Gonzales.
For more information about these organizations and their events, visit their page on Cowbell Connect.
Be sure to keep up with us on social media as well.
That's all the news we have tonight. Thank you for joining us and have a good night.